Hi guys, welcome to this episode of Let's Talk with Amma and Asantseba. Hi
Yep,
Asantseba, how's it
we are
going?
back. It's okay. It's been great. It's been an amazing weekend, and yeah, I've enjoyed it so much. How about you? How's it been for you?
It's okay, tiring, just you know, waiting for Akufado to open the border.
Well, yeah, I keep laughing because I think he's just playing on your mind. He keeps saying, "Oh, we're working on something, and we will know by 1st of September." I mean, obviously, he's not. A friend of mine said he's not going to come back and say, "Oh, whatever we're going to work on, we've not been able to work on it." That's like sort of an embarrassment for the government. But I don't think he'll open it. Trust me, he
You
won't
see,
open it because
you're
for
like an
election.
African witch, like sitting on my hopes and dreams. Like you see, people like you. That's why
Oh
they're
my
saying
goodness,
like
I
a
like
true
when you
African
say
witch.
that.
I'm there saying I'm hoping this man should
An
open the border.
African witch. Huh?
You're there saying, oh no, he's not. Can you not be a
He
bit
won't open it.
optimistic about this?
He won't. I'm telling you, I don't want him to open it because I still want to have Lois around. I still. All right,
Yeah.
you can go and leave Lois behind. That's fine.
Oh, charming. Oh, okay. So I'm like, I'm like not needed now.
No, 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 no,
All
no.
right.
You're good. You
Okay.
can go. I need him.
All right.
All
Okay.
right,
Okay.
so yeah.
Right. So today's episode, Asante Bam, like, do you know what? This episode has come to mind because of like a lot of things that has been happening. Like I opened social media. You know me, I was never even a social media kind of person,
Yeah, yeah,
right?
yeah. Actually,
Until we
yeah.
started until we started podcasting. And reluctantly, like the only way to get out there is through social media. Like it opens a lot of doors, right?
Yeah,
So through this
yeah,
podcasting,
definitely.
it's like I open some of these social media pages on Instagram and I see these girls and I'm like, okay, like, hold on.
What's
How are
going on
you
here?
putting these pictures out there? Who said it's okay? Yeah. And to make it even worse, some people are getting paid for putting these sort of pictures out there because obviously companies are coming to them and saying, okay, hold on, would you advertise this for me?
Yeah,
Right?
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Whether it be some sort of underwear, and they're doing it. And I'm thinking, okay, maybe I'm old school, right? Or maybe we're in the wrong business, Asante, but maybe we just don't know how to get money. Because no,
Okay.
it's serious. Because some of these people are getting like thousands of pounds for like a post.
Yeah. So we're not in the wrong business to start with. And
So hold on,
like,
let's just recap. So
mhm,
today, listeners, we're discussing um social media and about like women in social media and about the female independence. What does that mean nowadays anyway? And why social media, is this the new norm? Is this the new profession? Because don't get me wrong, a lot of people, like there was a study in the UK about a year or two ago, and I think they asked a certain age group, I believe it was 10 to 15 years old. And, back in the day, 20 years ago, 10 years ago, if you have this same group of people, they would have told you, I want to be a nurse, I want to be a policeman, I want to be a doctor, I want to be a lawyer,
mhm.
you know. Now, all these kids are saying they want to be social media influencers.
Yeah.
It's like,
Okay.
what? Okay, I don't think there's anything wrong with it. If you can make it work for you, great. But I look at these social media pages, I'm thinking, why is it so sexualized? Okay, I know that,
Okay.
okay, we both know
Mhm.
that sex sells, but why is it so sexualized? Why can't we turn it into a positive thing? You know?
Mhm.
I don't know. Is it me have one of my rants again or
Okay. So, okay. All right. Cool. So, with me personally, I see it differently. Like I process it differently.
Mhm.
In the sense that I've had, some experiences and I've seen certain people and I've been able to talk to certain people. And so I find myself not wanting to, sort of speak on this a lot because I feel like you don't know what people have been faced with, you know.
Okay.
You're saying why can't people be doctors and lawyers and all that professional, aspect of life or side of life? People are becoming entrepreneurs lately. People want to own their business. You know, and then
Mhm.
people are also the market women are there. People are doing a whole lot of things just to have money. I watched a movie yesterday, Project Pa, and then one lady in it said, which no, she was asked to go to school rather than contributing to this whole thing they were doing in the movie called Project Pa, and she said, "I want money now. I don't want to go to school and I go have an office job, a fine office job. I want money now."
Mhm.
And she was asked, "Why do you
Mhm.
want money now? You're still young. Go to school." She said, "My mom has diabetes now, so I
Okay.
can't wait." So whatever she was
Mhm.
working on was not good because it would get her into a lot of trouble. It was exposing her. She could be arrested, whatever. But she had
Yeah.
nobody else, so she had to do that. Back to our
Okay.
discussion. I do not think that people will wake up and then being born, growing up, and say, I would not say I want to wake up and I mean I'm growing up. What do I want to be? I want to sexualize my body. I want to take. I mean, in our right state of mind, nobody wants to do that.
All right, state of
That is
mind.
why we wear clothes to cover ourselves and all that. We have porn stars. I am not sure these people grew up thinking they'll be porn stars. So back to
No,
this
but
whole thing.
hold on. Some people are just freaky. Some people, I mean, some people that's what they enjoy doing, which is fair enough. I guess not one cookie
Okay,
fit all.
because all of this
But
it boils down to finances. Yeah, Amma.
yeah,
People get frustrated at certain stage of life. They may not have good people around them to advise them. Okay,
yeah.
people want to work. I know a bunch of people, my friends, who want to work, who are ready to work,
Mhm.
but they are not getting the job. They have
Mhm.
families depending on them. Some are married, they have kids, their husband is not finding a job or the husband is working, but you cannot depend on the husband alone. They need to support. So they need to do everything possible to have the money. Okay.
Yeah.
So I feel strongly about these topics. Like I told you earlier, I think that yeah, it's like throwing dust into people's eyes, or like speaking to people will listen to this and it feels like we are speaking to them. Yeah, I don't want
Mhm.
anybody and all our listeners to feel a certain way about it because I
Yeah.
personally do not know what people need to go through in their life, the choices they were given, and what they had to
Mhm.
pick, and what led them into doing all these things.
Yeah.
However, I am not condoning, I'm not saying that sexualizing your body is the only way out.
Yeah.
People are doing other things to get money. People are,
Mhm.
trading, buying and selling. I mean, like taking us back to our first host, Yamwa Kunwedu, her story. She had to sell water and all that to make it. Pick it
You
from
mean
other
our first
people and
guest?
sell it. Yeah, our first, sorry, not the host, our first guest. Yeah, thanks. So she had to sell water to make it in life to go to school. She
Mhm.
could have also sexualized her body, which would get her money faster, but
Mhm.
she didn't do that. She sorted a different way. She went through a different procedure and she still made it
Mhm.
better, which I'm sure those sexualizing their bodies have
Absolutely.
not even gotten to where she's gotten to. So in as
Yeah.
much as it's not great, it's not a good thing. I don't want to have my child do that. I would die of heart attack if I should see my child go through that. No parents want to see that. You wake up in the morning and voila, your daughter is going naked on social media for money. You don't want that. But I also feel that these people, yeah, Amma, they might have some mental issues, yeah, that nobody knows. Depression and all these things can cause
No,
people to,
because I
get
do
off.
agree. I do agree. Shall I tell you
Because
why?
in
Shall
your
I tell
right
you
state
why?
of mind, I'm going to go naked,
Why would
take a
you do
picture,
that?
post
And
it
show off my
for money.
bosoms or show off my no. Shall I tell you why I actually agree with that point? Like, I'm not gonna lie, I'm nosy, right? For somebody
Yeah,
who's not a social media
very.
person, excuse you, somebody who's not a social media person, since we've been on social media with this, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And I'm looking at all these celebrities, right? It would be celebrities in
Hmm.
the UK, celebrities in Ghana, and I'm seeing like, you know, I'm not seeing much of a difference. There's one thing that I see, one trend that always comes in mind, which you have
Hmm.
a group of celebrities, either be actresses, singers, whatnot, that I believe are genuinely talented. And I find that it's the talent versus the talentless. Does that make sense?
Hmm.
I thought those
Yeah. Oh
people
yeah.
who are
Oh yeah.
genuinely talented build build on their talent genuinely, and they don't need the sexualization of their social media page. Does that make sense? So I
Yeah.
feel like true
Yeah.
actresses, I'm not going to name any names in Ghana, I'm not going to name any names abroad, but I feel
Mhm.
like
Mhm.
true
Mhm.
true people who are genuine and great at the craft they do, they don't need any of that.
Mhm.
And then you've got the other group
Definitely.
that
Yeah.
are talentless, that want to be known or be famous in that industry or certain industry, whether it be acting, music, whatever it is, but they're not so great at it. They don't have the natural talent. So what they tend to lean on is the sexualization of their
So
social media
let
page
me
to
let
sell
me
that.
interrupt you for a second. Yeah.
Yeah.
I always say this to most of my male friends. If they know me, they'll tell you. I always say this. Women, I'm saying women because that's where our problem is. Yeah, you don't see men doing those things. Well, they could be
No,
doing
that's
it,
the
but not
funny
as much as
thing.
you see only women doing this.
Hmm.
I always feel like, as a woman, if your body is the only way of getting attention, then there's a problem.
Yeah, you got a very big
There's
problem.
a huge problem because I
100%.
should be able to hold a conversation like my IQ level. I should be able to hold a conversation with a person without even talking about
Having to show my boobs, without having
and
my boobs
even
on show for
you know
you.
if
Yeah.
there are women of your age and my age who cannot talk straight 10-15 minutes without talking about clothes, shoes, bags. I call it misplaced priority. They cannot hold a conversation with you.
Right.
You can sit with somebody and have a conversation, and you go home and you feel like, okay, so what was the conversation about? Like, what did I pick from it? You know, it's crazy. It's on a different level if our topic is just bags, shoes, we are talking about it and laughing, which is cool.
Yeah.
But if I should sit with somebody and have a conversation, like if I sit with you and have a conversation, I should be able to, aside all the jokes and talking about the designer things you want to talk about and all that, I should be able to go back home or after we depart, I should be able to pick a
Mm.
thing or two from our conversation that I can add on to my life. But
Yeah.
if you are a woman and you cannot have that or you don't have that, then you should know that I'm not judging, but you have a problem. There's a huge problem. If you need to wear short dresses, I mean, we all do our own short dresses at home with our partners and all that. But if you're constantly dressing like that for seeking for attention, then you're not far from those exposing their bodies on the internet for attention. It's a problem.
Absolutely. It
It's
is
a
a huge
huge problem.
problem. And I feel
It's a
like,
huge problem in especially I know it's everywhere. It's not just in the western part or I mean not the like just in Africa or whatever. It's actually a general thing everywhere. That's why I said
yeah.
that from the beginning. I think we should give medical attention to such people. They might have serious don't laugh. They might have serious depression problems, They need confirmation. They need they have low self-esteem or their confidence there's something wrong with them that they need confirmation from the world,
But do you know what? Do you
you
know what it
know.
is? Like, the funny thing is, like, some of them, okay, they're doing it for the money, which is great. And they get paid thousands for the post, which is great. But then I look at what they're advertising, and it could be something stupid like toothpaste or something stupid like a phone, and
Hmm.
they're there
Hmm.
in their bra and knickers. It's like, hold on, this does not add up. Someone is paying you to advertise something silly like toothpaste or like, I don't know, a phone. And then you feel
Hmm.
the need to get into your bra and knickers. You would never see a man, right? You
Oh
would
no,
never see
no,
a
no.
man
So
advertise
again,
phone or toothpaste in a
don't blame them
tiny
so much.
G-string. Or
Don't no 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 no. I won't let you blame them
like,
so much. Men they are contributing factors to all these things that is happening on social
no,
media.
men
Yeah,
are, because you know what? It's not fair because men, okay, the
they'll
vast
tell you that as for
consumers
them,
of these,
they react
the,
to what they see. What they
yeah, so,
see is what registered in
right.
their mind. So if a man wants to buy a toothpaste and they see that Asantseba is holding the toothpaste close to her knickers down, they will look at the name of the toothpaste by zooming into what they want to see. Yeah, and the
No,
more
but that's
views they
fine.
get, the more money they get. So you know what? It's
But you know what I'm
crazy.
like?
It's so crazy.
I'm just like, hold on. This is not fair because let's be honest, the vast consumers or the vast majority of people that are targeted in these sort of adverts are men, right?
Of course. Who
But
else?
you never see a man. That's my thing. Because for me, I'm very
Wait.
fair.
Are you waiting? Are you telling me that a man wants to see? Well, yeah, we have, we have our gays and all that, we have them. But it's like more attention is given to that kind of, not that kind of aspect. Yeah. Okay. So do you think a man would want let me ask you this question. Yeah. Let me actually play the devil advocate here. If I'm advertising your favorite cologne, yeah, and then I am the one advertising
Hmm.
it, a woman, holding it close to my boobs. You'd be like, allow it. These are your words. You skip it. No matter how much you like that
I'll
cologne,
be
you don't
like,
even want it.
oh, I'm like,
Exactly.
forget
What is
it. That
happening
woman really
here?
put me off. Like,
And
yeah.
thank you very much. Yeah. But if a man should come and I'm holding it close to my boobs, showing it, no matter how ugly the boobs is exposing the part of my body. They want to zoom in. They want to see. They will go and tell their friends, "Have you seen this?" They will even tell their friends, "Have you seen the latest cologne or the latest? Have you seen this advertising? Go and check it out. Go and check it out." They will share and share and share all the nude pictures that I see around. It was shared by a man.
But
The
do you know what? Then
whole
does that not
it's
bring the
crazy.
question that women? Does that not bring the question? Women, are we not our own worst enemies? Because on one part, we're
Yeah.
here saying we want total equality, we want respect from
Mhm.
men, we want
Mhm.
this, we
Mhm.
want to stand our ground.
Mhm. Mhm.
And then on the other
Mhm.
part, we're just giving in to what they want. Because a man says, okay, sex sells, you got to do this, expose your body. I'm going to give you this to advertise for me on social media, right?
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
want to see you in your panties, in your pantyhose. So you got to do this, and then you go and do that. But then
Okay. For what?
we can't,
For
we
what?
can't have our
For
cake and
money.
eat it as women.
For
You've got
money. Amma.
exactly,
For
and then
money.
that
The
same
same
man will
money
be there
problem.
telling you that you can't have it both ways. You can't have your cake and eat it. You
You know
just
what? Let's
can't.
let's even bring it
The
home.
same.
Let's bring it home. Let's bring it home. Let's take it far from the social media and all that. Let's bring it home.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay,
Let's bring it home to Ghana. That I can
okay.
speak very much about. There are banks or there are companies. Yeah.
Right.
Who would
Okay.
only employ women, beautiful and sexual women. By sexual, I mean, I'm not kidding. I'm not lying. Yeah,
So
they
you're
would
trying to tell
only
me before you get a job, hold on, before you get a job in a bank in Ghana, right, the bank manager or the
no, not
HR
all the banks.
person, not all the
Specific
banks.
banks. I cannot
Okay.
say name.
All
Specific
right. All
banks.
right. So
Yeah.
let me hone it down for our
When
listeners.
you walk
So,
into that bank,
so when you're walking
you
for your
see.
interview, you must be dressed like with red lipstick, curls done before they will employ
Oh,
you.
I am telling you.
And, and,
I am telling
and,
you.
and your boobs
I
must
am
be up
telling
your
you.
chin before they
I
will.
am telling you that yes, because
You
you're
need to
going to
take
get
this
them
to me back.
customers.
So I need to see this with my own eyes.
You're going to get them customers, okay? And you're going to get them money. And you're going to they'll put these people. I had a friend who said she was working in a bank, and another friend of hers said, "Oh, there's a job opportunity at your bank. Why don't you employ my daughter?" She said to her friend, "Look, my friend, I would advise you. I will not employ your daughter because I don't want to turn your daughter into this kind of a person.
Right.
You
Okay.
know, the bank manager is not going to come and tell you that go and seduce the man and why and bring the money. But it's like an unspoken thing. You need to do it. You will do it to get. You need your bonuses. You need your money. You need your pay to rise. You know, raise in pays and all that. You will do certain things. I am telling you, there are companies in Ghana. If I'm allowed to say the name, I would have, but it's not just right or fair to do that.
Yeah. Okay.
They
Yeah.
only employ beautiful and seductive women. To be very precise, light-skinned women. And that also pushes women to use whatever skincare product to get to that point. Because the fairer you are, the more attention you get,
So, so
the
this
more
is the
offers you
whole.
get. It's not just on, it's crazy. What you see on social media, at least those on social media are owning their game. Okay. One thing I would just
Okay.
say that if you are a whole, own your game as you are a whole. Don't be warm and cold. Own it. This is who you are.
Yeah.
This is what you
Yeah.
intend to do
Yeah.
for the rest of your life. Own that,
That's
and
fine as long as you're not hurting anybody.
somehow
That's
you manage
fine.
to get a regret. You manage to get respect for it somehow because you're owning your game. But these people
Absolutely.
go to work, pretend to be something else, and they are doing other things. They get the customers, their clientele base. you have no idea what goes on. So what do you see on social media? What is trending now in Ghana? I mean, you know what is trending on in Ghana about this whole whatever it is. That is the least of it. If I take you to the banks, specific banks, and you walk in, it's as if God intentionally descended into that bank and brought them women. Like take this one, take that one.
But
They
then
were they
my
were
question is,
handpicked.
but the thing, okay, let's not move too far away from this because my question is, then can women have their cake and eat it? You really can't, then, because you
No,
can't
you
in one
can't.
corner, you can't have your cake and
You
eat it because you
can't.
can't in
And you
one
know,
corner
many
say
a times these are the same women that will come up ranting. And I find it very interesting when I see them blasting those on social media. I'm like, hold on. Just because nobody has posted your picture, just because you're still wearing your clothes, doesn't make you any, you're not far from I think that person on social media is owning
they're
it.
owning it.
You should own yours too. It's crazy, Amma. Like, and it all comes down to this whole money issue. They need the money. They need to do this. If you speak to, there's this site, I've forgotten. A friend shared it. I used to listen to it. The prostitutes or the porn stars who have stopped, who have, given up on porn acting. Yeah, they come out and
Hmm.
they say their story. They talk about their stories, Amma. And
Hmm.
it's so sad what led them into it. These are not even Africans, or these are like um the western side of it, those who
Well, like
have stopped
European,
porn. Yeah, the Europeans, yes.
yeah.
They come out and they talk about it. And it's so sad what led them into it. I stopped listening to it at some point because I'm like, okay, so why can't the world be, it's just unfair when they say life is unfair, it's just unfair. But
Yeah,
until you listen to their stories,
you can't judge them
you
really,
ask
can
yourself,
you?
yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, you'd be like, okay, what's up with you? What's going on? What? I mean, you can't say much because there are genuine people who, if they had it the other way, they wouldn't do certain things.
there wouldn't be. Yeah.
And there
So
are
my
certain
problem,
people that no matter what you do to
they
them,
will do it, and
they
they'll
will
be the
do it.
ones that need like issue.
They
They
need
got
mental
issues.
checks because
Absolutely. I'm
mentally
not
they are not
taking away
stable.
from that. But my issue here is I'm not saying if you need to get your money, you need to get your pounds, you need to get your dollars, you need to get your
Hmm.
cedi, you need to get your naira, whatever it is, go get it. I'm
Hmm.
not preventing you from that because everyone likes money. Sitting here, I like money, you like money, right? Everyone
Of
likes
course,
money.
hey,
Everybody,
yeah,
yes.
yeah.
But my thing is, why is it as women do we want to make ourselves sexual objects? So if someone's paying me, like, I don't
Hmm.
know, £1,000 for an Instagram post to post about toothpaste. Why do I have to be my bra knickers to post about toothpaste? Why can't I not sit here, like, if makeup done, all sorts, and be like, hey, go check out this toothpaste? That's my problem. My problem is, okay, fair enough, that's not probably gonna, it's not gonna get them the same clientele. It's not gonna get them the
Hmm.
same audience,
Hmm.
but women, we can't have our cake and eat it. There was this really funny um sort of conversation I witnessed between
Hmm.
a girl and a boy at a restaurant a few years back. And I think the girl was coming through the door. They were like kids, and the girl coming through the door, she was asking the guy, can you not open the door for me? Like in a cheeky way. I think they knew each other, they were
Hmm.
laughing. Can you not open the door for me? And the guy was like, hold on. But women now say they want, you know, equality and everything else. So you
Hmm.
open the damn door yourself. Like
Hmm.
I'm a man, I'm having to open the door myself. So you open the damn door yourself.
Do it
But
yourself, yeah.
exactly. So it just makes me think back to that conversation. I'm like, hold on, we can't have our cake and eat it. We can't sit in one corner and say we want that respect from men. We want that equality,
And
we
then
want equal
yeah,
pay, we want, and then at the same time,
and we
let
still
men
want to be
dictate
pampered.
how we get our money.
Yeah.
That's just, to me, that's just mind blowing. It's like, what are you doing? Like, if,
Before we got on the recording, I just spoke to a friend real quick with this, yeah, topics.
mhm.
And then do you know what she said? She said, but Asantseba, hold on. Boyfriends or husbands are giving their wives money. The wives or girlfriends are depending on them financially and they're sleeping with them. So are they not sexualize it? I'm like, oh my goodness, you're crazy. The difference is,
Okay.
it's crazy. It's crazy because she thinks that, okay, your boyfriend is assisting you. I'm like, okay, they're in a relationship. This is like a two team thing going on here. But I think thinking
Yeah.
about it over and over, what she's trying to say is there are women in a relationship just for the money.
Mhm.
Okay, so
Mhm.
financially, they're like, so in a way, they're selling, they're trading. It's a trade. I'm giving you
Yes.
this, and you're giving me that.
Yes.
But they have quoted it nicely as a relationship, but
Yes.
it's actually that. I
Okay.
I kind of, yeah, I
So
agree and
we're moving more
disagree.
towards the women,
Mhm.
basically, the sugar daddies. That's it. That's where you're
Mhm.
you're trying to move the conversation to. Okay. So women that
Yeah.
build a whole entire career off this. So my issue
Mhm.
with that is there's two. Okay, if you're married or you're in a relationship,
Mhm.
for me, you know what I'm
Mhm.
like. I'm very pro Miss Independent. I feel like as a woman,
Yeah.
it's so important for you to get yourself educated, to go out there, to make it in the world, and to bring something to the table. That's how I feel about it, right?
Mhm.
So, what your
Yeah.
friend is saying in respect to, oh, okay, so certain people are in a relationship, and you
Mhm.
know, it's not equal, right? But
Yeah.
no one's talking about
Yeah.
it because they're not out there like that. My thing is, okay, a husband can bring his wife gifts, right? A wife too can bring the
Mhm.
husband gifts, right? I don't have any issues
Yeah.
with men gifting women gifts. I don't have an issue with that. You know, everyone likes diamonds. Everyone wants a Chanel. You know, everyone wants a Cartier
Yeah.
on their arm. I don't have an issue with that. If your husband is willing to gift you all this and if he can afford it, that's great. Or your partner, whoever
Mhm.
it is, great. My issue with women, right, especially since being in Ghana, noticing this is you have to learn to have something of your own. For me, that is
Mhm.
the importance of being a woman. Okay, if we're moving away from all of this, and it's not, I can't even just say I can't even just say it's a cultural thing because our grandmother worked
Oh yes, yes.
and
Yeah.
catered for 12 kids. So we can't just say, oh, okay. For me, I think it's a laziness issue. We get women that want the quick buck. Okay. They want to build their careers off men. And to me, that's what very, I feel very strongly about this actually. I feel
Yeah,
that as a
but
woman,
again, they would come up and tell you, they'll give you excuses, and many a times the excuses they give, well, majority of them is very sensitive, because there are situations where some of the ladies are sort of the breadwinner of the family because they grew up with no father. The mom doesn't have anything to do. The mom is sick. They need to support the family. Like I said earlier, most of them have genuine reasons for doing whatever it is. They're
mhm,
not happy in that situation. They're not happy being with a sugar daddy or having to uh silently trade sex for money or other things, But
yeah,
the uncertainties of life, or life known to be unfair, put them in that situation.
no,
You know, they
100%.
just had to be in that situation. If they were given other opportunities or other options, they probably would opt for that and not get into that aspect of, having to trade sex for money. So
Hmm.
with those, we've agreed. I mean, listeners, you can agree to disagree or disagree to agree, however way, whichever way. That I strongly feel those on social media sexualizing themselves, most of them need to be medically checked.
Yeah, I mean, you raised a very interesting point earlier on. You said
Yeah.
that, if we come into relationships, 'cause we move this again to, I mean, recently, like I said, we're not going to name any names, but recently, in the Ghanaian news, is female celebrities depending on like men
Mm.
in very high statuses. How is that different? So a woman like building a whole entire career of like I don't know the former president of Ghana, for instance, or I don't know, or super rich person. How's that any different from a woman in a marriage who's dependent on her husband for everything, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I want to take that on board and say my issue is that as a woman, I find it very important. It's a message I say to everybody, every woman that I know. Even in future, if my son wife comes to me or girlfriend and say, I'll tell you the same thing, dude. As a woman, it's important to build something for yourself. It's super important. You know, like you've been educated. If you haven't been educated, get an education. Know your left from your right. Build something that you can say you're proud of. Because let me guess what? That person will not be there forever. You know,
Yeah,
whether the person might leave, you guys might break up, or the person might, God forbid, die. You know,
yeah.
you've got that responsibility as a human being to bring something to the table.
Why do you think it's a problem? It wouldn't be a problem if they are staying with just a person. At least we know, okay, all right, okay, this is your plan to take money from this guy that you're with or with this man you're with. Yeah. If they are just
Yeah.
going to be holistic about it and be religious about it and stick with one person, then it's a
Hmm.
problem, but it's under control. Yeah, the greediness or with the selfishness, whatever their reason is, no money is enough for them. Okay.
Yeah,
When
it's
you set
true.
your mind up with that, no matter how much you're given, and unfortunately, because it's not their hard earned money, they're not working hard for the money, they squander it like
Mm,
crazy. It goes quick. They misuse the money. So they want more.
yeah.
If man A is giving them 5,000 cedis, and man B comes in promising them 10,000 Ghana cedis. At the
They'll
end
have
of
both
the
of them
month,
on the go.
they want both ways. You get it.
Yeah.
So that's where the problem is. That is when it becomes a problem because then you're not satisfied. You want more and more and more and more. And the more you want, the more you're going to find yourself in that situation, moving from one man to the other. That is the whole problem. It's crazy.
Yeah.
If you want to give somebody help, if you want to render, can you help a woman in need, wholeheartedly without attaching any sexual whatever to it? Like, it's so funny. It starts from, can we have lunch? Can we have dinner? The next minute, can I pay your visit in your home? Can I do this? And they see it coming, but in their minds, they want to be like, oh, let me give it the benefit of the doubt. That's my favorite word. Let me give this guy benefit of the doubt. Probably he's not up to that. Maybe he's different. You know that he's not different. You know it's just one thing and one thing only. What do you think he wants from you? It's just sex. And because okay, so I'm going to be getting this number of money from this person. Just, I just want everybody, just work, no matter how little it is, find something to do. You can pick from somebody's cell, take the money back. Do not use your body as means of making money. To me,
No.
you have a problem mentally. Like you're not correct upstairs. It's crazy. I don't want any person. I mean, our listeners shouldn't feel like we are like attacking anybody. It's not an
And do
attack
you know
on
what? A
anyone.
message I actually want to get across, not
No.
just anybody and everybody, right?
Mhm. Mhm.
Ladies, leave the married men alone. Married men,
Well,
leave the ladies alone.
it's just crazy. If you know you cannot, do not. Marriage is
It's just,
crazy. Marriage is one complicated thing. And I was watching a funny video. In as much as it's funny, I picked a word or two from it. There were two
mm,
guys having a conversation in that video, and then one guy said, no, the guy had a call from guy A had a call from his wife, and he dropped the call.
mm.
And guy B is like, isn't that from your wife? Why are you dropping the call? He said, she's gonna bring house issues here. I'm here to have fun.
Wahala.
I'm not here to talk
Yeah.
about wahala. I'm not here to talk about electricity bill and when you're on your way, don't forget to buy our son's medication. It's like wives should also up their games. Do not. I'm not saying it's great for husbands to go out and do all that. I would be personally hurt if it should be me. Like I would go crazy about it. I'm not saying it's the right thing to do, but I also want to believe that some men have genuine reasons. I'll use the word genuine because a woman is supposed to make a house a home.
Right? Most of the sugar daddies are married men. Let's
No, sugar daddies in Ghanaian culture, I probably will be wrong, but in Ghanaian culture, I know sugar daddies is mainly grown men. Yeah.
80% of it is married men.
You speak to married women, married men who are violating their vows or going, the other way around, sleeping around, do whatever they're doing. 60% of them give the same reason. They tell you their home is no longer a home for them. The wife is not like being supportive anymore. They start nagging, they start having issues. There's always something else going on. And and also, most of the men, married men or sugar daddies, as you calling them, that go out there, that's not their intention. Well, I speak for some. That is not their intention. That wasn't the plan. The plan was not to go and be sexually involved with somebody. You can't cheat on your partner emotionally. Sharing emotions with someone, talking to someone about your problems and all that. Gradually, you gravitate. It's like a gradual process. You don't see it coming. Now, the other woman tend to give you that peace of mind. Every man, I believe, every man's number one priority in life is to get peace of mind.
But what you're not understanding is that's a whole new episode. Do you know what I mean? On how to make your marriage work. That's a whole new episode. Right. My thing is, right, irrespective of what's going on in your home, right? The topic today is all about ladies not building something for themselves. Because social media has made it so easy and accessible with people, let's be honest, selling sex, whether it be
Mm-hmm.
through endorsements or whatever it is. Social media has made that so easy. Okay. Now, talking it through and bringing it into the wider context of things. What's been going on in the news recently with these celebrities and their celebrities and their sugar daddies,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So my thing is, I'm not trying to get into the heads of the men, why they cheat, why they go and be sugar daddies to other women. My thing is that it's a cycle, whether it's right or wrong for somebody, whether it's feeding someone's finances, whether, the men are finding peace of mind while they're being sugar daddies, whether maybe it's a full-time job they enjoy. Because otherwise, society, and especially the roles of women in society, we are regressing rather than progressing. Our grandmothers, our great grandmothers have spent centuries fighting for a woman to have a voice, right? For a woman to have some sort of independence, for a woman to be able to build her life in the way that she wants, right?
Yeah.
Because this topic is something that goes on worldwide. I see it and it disturbs me. Like, whether it be through social media, women selling their bodies for money in terms of endorsing products, to celebrities out here having 70-year-old sugar daddies, ex-presidents of countries. And do you see what I'm saying?
I understand that it's not healthy for a woman to sexualize their bodies in return for money, or for a woman to grow up thinking, oh, it's just all right to depend on a man for money by trading sex. I know it's not right to do that, but I also want to believe that most women in that situation, if they are given other opportunities, would opt out, would not do what they are doing. So I feel like
Mm-hmm.
they should be given some sort of attention, some support. You know, they should also try and then get into some trade and all that. They're gonna come back and tell you capital. We need a capital to start this. You can start very little, as little as whatever. We can break the cycle gradually, Emma. Now it's become more of like a norm. You know.
My thing is, there's two groups of people, and I'm going to be brutally honest, right? They're the people that we've mentioned earlier. There are two groups of women that unfortunately, due to their circumstances and their situations, they have to do what they have to do to survive, right?
Yeah.
We can't cast any judgments on that.
That
I can't cast any judgments on that,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah.
And then there's the other group who are just damn lazy. They don't want to go out there and hustle. They don't want to get up in the morning. They don't want to. No, it's not. I'm being honest with you. It's true. That's the group I have a problem with.
So first of all, I mean, I feel like
Mm-hmm.
social media also made it possible. Okay, if there was no platform
Mm-hmm.
created to advertise these
Mm-hmm.
people showing off their bodies, and having some men also sign on secretly and be sharing or paying for it, these women would not be encouraged to do these things they're doing. All right, they've created a platform. They say technology, we are advancing, wada wada, that has been created. Fair enough. Now, I feel the other group that we believe they are lazy, I think they need medical attention. I mean, taking a selfie myself is a whole hard work for me. I need to see the angle, see how beautiful it is. For me to make up in the morning, stand in front of the camera, show my body, that's a different
It's
level.
hard work,
So
isn't it?
why don't you channel the same energy into doing something productive, something meaningful? That
Right.
mind that you create that vibe. Use that same level of energy and mind to create. Be creative.
Right. Because this is a situation that's also been going on years and years and years and years before even the internet came. That's why I said that, married men need to stay married, okay, and need to focus other things. Like they need to focus on how they're going to pay their bills. So that money you're taking away from your home, you're taking away from the mouth of your children. Right? That money you're sponsoring your little girl with, to go to school or to live the high life and travel and do whatever she wants to do, that is money you're taking from your children's mouths. That's number one. So that needs to stop. And the ladies, you need to build something for yourself and don't think that you can just depend, on ex-presidents and things to do that.
Ex-presidents don't use your money on ladies. It
No,
should be the other way around too. The men want to do it anyway. So listen, Amma, if you go fishing, you will find
go
fish.
fishing.
You are going fishing. So the whole idea is to come back with fish. Do you want to buy cars and all these gifts, buy them for their wives? What if their wives have enough and then they want to share? God says one has a cheerful giver. So they are being a cheerful givers. Yeah, they want to give cheerfully. You can't talk for them. I'm just saying.
You need charity work.
Definitely, God is going to bless their handwork. That's charity work. You may never know. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay. So, listeners, ex-presidents, actresses. Yeah, we've enjoyed this episode, haven't we?
Yeah. We have. We are not attacking anybody. There's not a form of attack or anybody. This is as expressing our views, just saying how we feel about things, how we see things, and all that. It's okay if you see it differently. I mean, we're not saying that you should see it how we see it or think of it how we think of it. It's just everybody has the right to their opinions, and we are sharing our opinions. So, yes.
But do you know the beauty?
What's the beauty? Tell me.
The beauty of this is if you don't agree, listeners, let us know. Send us an email, send us a DM. We want you guys involved. So have a great day, guys. And it's a wrap from us. Bye.
Bye.